Old school, new school, need to learn up. Old school, new school, need to learn up. Old school, new school, need to learn up.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a Star Wars movie review, and it's called Rogue One. Hope you guys like and enjoy.
The movie review isn't called Rogue One.
Alright, hey, so we got three different perspectives here. You got a fanboy, somebody that's relatively new to Star Wars, and then you got, obviously, you grew up on Star Wars, you know. I don't follow it closely, but you know, I go and I see the movies, especially the new movies that they come out. So we're gonna go over some of the good, some of the bads. No spoiler alerts. Obviously, you can't really spoil the movie if you follow the movie because it's not at the future of the timeline. It's kind of being done in the past. But so we're gonna go over some pros that that we all seen, go over some cons, and then you make your decision. You probably already seen the movie. It's been out for 4 days now, but we still gonna do a review on it. All right, so we're gonna go over some pros and cons. This pros and cons, as I see it, we'll go over everybody's pros and cons because they're gonna be different because we're looking at it in different perspectives. But me, for one, I'm going with my goods. For one, you got Ghost Dog in it. You got Forrest Whitaker. And I hate the back of Forrest Whitaker's neck. But once you see Forrest Whitaker, and then you see, and they also got Ip Man in it. So you got Forrest Whitaker and Ip Man. So the movie is not gonna totally suck. Certain people you see in movies, and the movie's gonna be bad. Flex Alexander, for example, or Bokeem Woodbine. When you see those two guys, the movie gonna suck. So seeing these two guys, I'm like, all right, this movie totally is gonna be at least okay. All right, hey, the action was pretty good. Pace of the movie. Anytime you got stormtroopers and run around, explosions. You can't really go wrong as an action movie. Even if you don't like the storyline, you can still get into the action portion of it. And you got my man Darth Vader in there. Even though he only made a cameo in there, you got Darth Vader in there wrecking shop using the Force. Can't go wrong with that. The bad in my eyes is the timeline. If you're not a fanboy of Star Wars, you can kind of get lost in the timeline because you got the Death Star in it, and the Death Star doesn't get destroyed till later on down the line. So you really got to put yourself in a frame of mind of where you're watching it in the sequence of Star Wars events, and also the graphics. Action-wise, it was fine, but when you see some of the things in space, it looks like they're some of the still photos, like the ships are on a string. So I understand you can't have new technology because you're back in the timeline, so you still want to have X-Wings and X-Falcons, whatever they call it or whatever, and things like that. But some of the warp drive scenes and everything was just horrible. So I didn't enjoy that portion of it. They could have did better with that in my eyes. We talking, this franchise been going on for how long now?
20 years.
A long time or whatever, and we still got things looking like they flying around on strings. But that's just me. I'll pass it over to the younger generation here. You go ahead.
What I liked about it is that it was very creative. Well, they didn't have that many good lightsaber or duel scenes in it.
That's supposed to be like a bunch of lightsabers in it.
Okay, but we still want to see good duels.
Explaining how they got them.
No, but we still want to see good duels. We don't want to see people shooting little guns and stuff. We want to see lightsaber extraordinary scenes and stuff like Darth Vader versus Luke and stuff.
Yeah, but I think they kind of, we did have lightsabers. You did. The only one lightsaber in the whole movie, that's Darth Vader's or whatever. But you did have Ip Man in it. I think they try to make up for the kind of the lightsaber duels by putting Ip Man in there, and he was doing some, kung fu or whatever the style of martial arts that Ip Man does. So I think that's where they try to balance that action portion of it out because they knew wasn't going to have any lightsaber duels in this story because it wasn't really focused on Jedi, so to speak.
It was well, Darth Vader killed like pretty much every Jedi except for a few, so you're not gonna see Jedi just coming out of the woodworks because.
Okay, I got it. So the second thing, the other thing I do is Darth Vader. He didn't really show up in the movies much. He only showed up 2 times.
3.
3? How did he show up 3 times?
2 main times, but he showed Darth Vader. He's in the movie, and he does what Darth Vader does. He uses the Force, choke people out. Block some bullets.
Yeah, block some bullets. And, okay, the next thing we have is Luke Skywalker. They could have showed him as a kid at least.
He wasn't.
Come on.
This was right before The New Hope. He
Well,
wasn't
they,
a kid.
They couldn't like show his like.
Yeah,
like
he wasn't relevant to the story. He wasn't. At all.
So he was still a baby when it was going on.
No, man. That's why I say you can have timeline issues, especially for the younger generation. If they're trying to follow the timeline, you can't really follow the timeline because you don't have the historical knowledge of the movie. So how old? So if we talk about Luke Skywalker, how old Luke Skywalker would have been in this movie?
17. Leia's his twin sister. They are the same age.
So why wasn't he in the movie then?
Because
not
it wasn't
relevant to the
relevant to the story.
But like,
It's no but. It's nothing about Jedi training. Nothing. This is about the
Rebels getting the Death Star plans. He
Oh.
wasn't a part of the. He didn't even know the rebellion existed at that time. He wanted to become an Imperial pilot.
Grah.
the Imperial pilot,
Yeah.
just so you could die by the rebels.
Be quiet. All right, go with your next comment.
So the next thing we have is the no lightsabers. They didn't have that many duels. I didn't want to see like shooting moments. I wanted to see like crazy action-packed lightsaber duels.
Yeah,
like
Darth Vader killed all of them.
But I think that's what I think they made up for that, or tried to make up for that by having Ip Man in there. Sorry, I don't know his real name, but I know him as Ip Man. So I think.
Donnie Yen or I think it was like around Donnie Yen or something.
So I think that's what they try to make up for those type of battles in there. They had Ip Man in there, and and he was in there, and he was doing his thing. All his action sequences were spectacular. Up until his demise. Spoiler alert. Hey, it was. I think that's what they did to make up for the the lightsaber battles that you wasn't going to have in there because it's not Jedi. It's not a Jedi focused movie. It's a spinoff on the Rebels and how they got the plans to the Death Star. But
And like the ways they died were, I'm guessing, yeah, they were somewhat meaningful because the pilot, he died linking the rebel fleet to the whole, they're getting the Death Star plans and stuff. They need to take out the shield first. And like,
don't tell them the whole movie. Like
yeah, with spoiler alert, it's all good.
But
People,
we
it's 4 days, man. People see the
spoiling.
movie, man.
exactly. And Donnie Yen, I forgot his name in the movie, but like what he died doing was also meaningful towards taking down the shield. The guy that was his partner, and like he died because he wanted to be with his friend in the afterlife and all that. So he went on a suicide run and took as many troopers as
Yeah. So everybody knows the probability of coming off of that planet. Everybody knows the
it
probability.
was
of-
zero. Nobody survived.
Right. So but every death in there meant something, and it meant something to the build up of the movie to where they eventually, obviously, defeat the Death Star later. So we already know the future of that. So they did a good build up of showing what sacrifices were made to get to that point. So so in storytelling, I think that was pretty good. Can you chill out? You have some coffee or something, man, right? Some of that. But all right. So pros and cons from your point of view, as somebody who follows the video game, the movies, and knows everything, kind of inside of the Star Wars saga, so to speak.
I think it was good, actually, and it was a great movie. Like, if we're going by like rating, like 5 out of 5, I guess, or 10 out of 10. Well, actually, it would be like
So
9 out of 10 or whatever.
But let's
The
just go.
only-
Let's just go into our reviews. So using a 5-star rating system, let's start here and we'll just work our way to the left. My background, obviously, I know the Star Wars story. Sometimes the way they jumping around, I get a little confused and what's going on. I understand this was an offshoot, but just for action and paying the money. Obviously, I'm paying for. I also go to the movies, and movies not cheap these days. But I would give it a 3 out of 5. It was entertaining, action packed. Got to see Darth Vader wreck some stuff. So it was a classic, not by any means in my eyes or whatever, but I give it a 3 out of 5. It was entertaining. Would I go see it again? No. But if it came on TV, would I watch it? Yes. What you give it out of 5? Andy?
I'd give it a 5 out of 5 or a 10 out of 10, like I said. Like, The only thing I had a problem with was the CGI was bad in my opinion, which CGI is mainly always bad nowadays. Well, not nowadays.
Yeah, I think
but
Incredible Hulk in the movies, I think the CGI, that was pretty good.
it's just some movies
Yeah.
that have like bad CGI. Like actually, you know what? For this one, I would not call it like bad CGI. It was just meh. But it's pretty easy to get into since it has nothing to do with anything else in the story. Well, yeah, it doesn't have anything else to do with the other movies. Like it only has something to do with, I guess, New Hope. Well, yeah, New Hope, because they end up destroying the Death Star the first time, and kind of Return of the Jedi too, because of the whole Death Star 2 thing and all that. But yeah, it's
Taking us down the rabbit hole. We don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
it's you could pretty much consider it a standalone movie if you wanted to, because like I said, it doesn't have anything to do with the other movies and all that. Yeah,
And you get the story, arc, conclusion, and so it does follow a typical movie guidelines or whatever.
and like you said, the action scenes were pretty cool and all that. The final battle was, I think it was really, really good. Well, spectacular or whatever.
Especially with Ip Man. 5 out of 5 stars, what you give it?
At 5 out of 5 stars, I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
You was clapping at the end though.
But that was because it was a good movie. But it
How are you
wasn't.
gonna call it a good movie?
And they give it a 2.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. It wasn't that good because I want, in my perspective, I want to see lightsaber duels. I don't want to see shooting. I don't want to see people walking out just to get a switch and get killed for no reason.
But they got killed for a reason though. They was doing something for the greater good of the Rebel Alliance or whatever they call it.
Rebel Alliance.
They got it out. But the most part I liked about it was at the end when Darth Vader died on the bullets, and then the guy at the end was on the window saying, "Help me!" and then got stabbed in the back.
Alright, so hey, that's our review of Star Wars Rogue One. I think the next one in the series is going to come back into the timeline.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
think
be
so.
episode 8.
Alright, so episode 8. So hey, thanks for viewing. I know, watching our opinions of the movie or whatever. Go out, enjoy it. For anything, just have a good time. Hey, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend.
And may the force be